That's right. We start by talking about one question and one answer from the Spirit's book. And this, of course, is to trigger us to go get the book ourselves and look at the other many, many questions that are in there. 1,019 questions that Kardec asked the spirits, and they replied to us. Today, the question is question 906, and it says, is it reprehensible for those who do good to be conscious of their deeds and to acknowledge them to themselves? So, making the question a little bit simpler for us. Is it okay for me to say, oh, I did good today? To recognize it. Let's see what the spirits start saying. They say, since they can be aware of the evil they do, they must be equally aware of the good in order to know if they act rightly or wrongly. It is in weighing all their actions on the scales of God's law, especially on those of the law of justice, love, and charity, that they can tell whether their actions are good or bad, and thus approve or disapprove of them. So the spirits are, their guidance is so on point because they're saying, why can't you recognize the good? You recognize the bad because you know what the good is. So yes, it's okay to recognize when we do the good so we can figure out, did I do good or bad? But let's see what they say next. Hence, they cannot be at fault for recognizing the fact that they have triumphed over their evil tendencies and for being satisfied for having done so. So good job. If you did it, you should feel good. You did the good, well done. As long as, provided they do not grow vain, for that would be to fall into another wrong. So the key for us is it okay to recognize good? Yes, it's necessary so that we also know what's bad. The problem is vanity. When we feel that we are more than others just because we did a little bit of good. So let us keep that in mind. The good spirits are always here to inspire us and push us to new boundaries. In this case, less vanity.